This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
This podcast contains adult themes, sexual content, and strong language. If you can't handle that, you should probably leave.
Hi, and welcome to Bustles and Bangers with your hostess, Rachel and Christopher.
I love it when you say my name. iCarly episode or some shit?
It was Sam and Cat, motherfucker. Or no, it was Sam and Cat. I was gonna say, or it was that other one. That was about the other chick, but Cat was
Ariana
the character.
Grande. Yeah, when she was a kid.
Ariana's Cat, yes.
Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm cultured, motherfuckers.
Yeah, Sam is the one I'd want to be out of Sam and Cat.
Sam was
And
the
then
blonde,
Kat would be the one
mean
I'd wanna
blonde one
be
that always
with.
beating people's asses
Yeah,
and stuff.
dude, I want to be like her, but I'm too sweet.
Who was that rockish fellow that they used to have
yeah,
power
I don't
around
know his
with?
name, but he was so cute.
No, the older
It started with a G. It was like his last name. Good.
Goomer.
Goomer. And then the little swindling kid. I don't remember his name, but he was
reminded me of Flim
yeah.
Flam from fucking Scooby Doo.
Well, speaking of stories and
All
shows
right.
and
Yes.
fun, interesting plots.
Time to get to work.
Yeah. Hey, baby. Welcome to another episode of Bustles and Bangers with your hosts, Rachel and Christopher Danger. And this is the fourth installment of a book, one of our many, many books. So if you're just now joining us, we are a nasty, trashy, erotic podcast where we read these cheesy books, usually for the most part, but sometimes very explicit.
But we do it in a
Explicitive.
classy
I'm an idiot.
setting
Oh, yeah.
that y'all can't see.
Mm-hmm.
We sit in these really fancy recliners.
Atop
we
the
wear
entire
robes.
city.
Yeah.
We're
Little
robes.
ascot.
Man, we should. But when you
Smoking
said,
pipes.
but when you said robe, I thought of like a judge's robe
Oh,
or like
yeah, we
a
could do that too.
graduation gown. Like, you know, the people who have the little thing because they're so smart, the little V.
I was thinking like a
I know, like a
luxury
Hugh Hef.
bathtub. Yeah.
Like a Hugh Hefner kind of thing.
Hef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And then we read these books to each other.
That would be great. You know what? When we come back around and
So that's the setting y'all are not seeing.
yeah, we'll refresh ourselves and we'll come back with a better plan. All right. Well, so anyway, the book we are covering and ending is called Heart's Surrender by Kathleen Morgan, and it's about cat people.
Yes.
All right. So, just to catch you up, the main two characters, the lovers, the fighters, is Morrigan, Lord of the Cat People.
Oh, we also did some research between the last episode and this episode, and we did confirm that they have cat penises, not human penises.
I did not confirm that.
In this. So, yeah, it's very interesting.
That has not been confirmed.
It was according to a lost Reddit page or 4chan.
Hey, we should be looking up this stuff and seeing if there's anything out.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, the main two characters was Morrigan, Lord of the Cat People. As far as I know, I don't think he has a last name.
Do these people always cats are always showing their buttholes?
Dude, our new kitten put his butt right in my face. Is that how they start the mating process?
Yeah,
He's
like here's my ass.
All right, but let me say the other person's
Okay,
name.
I want to show that.
Rissa Lindates? I don't know.
I like Linda Tees better.
That's how it looks like it's pronounced.
That's how it's pronounced.
All right. And she is the daughter of like the lieutenant commander, I guess, of the Bellatorian army or
He's a
city or
lieutenant?
something.
He's a nerd. He's going to get everybody lost.
Hold on.
They're making it sound better than it is.
No, I don't know what this means. Flared and
That's because it's not our military.
his name is Fautor Lindates. I don't know what he is. Hold on. He's something. I'll tell you later. Anyway, we got to move on. This is installment 4 of
Wait,
Heart's Surrender.
already
We're
said
on chapter 17. 2 days later, Morrigan stalked back to his lair in a raging snowstorm. Well, you kept talking and you didn't even let me follow
Man, you're
up.
still
Shut the
talking. We were
fuck
waiting
up.
on you now. You stopped in the middle of a sentence.
Through the all-consuming darkness and howling wind, his thoughts elsewhere, his spirit deeply troubled. Too much. There was just too much. One more overwhelming problem heaped upon his shoulders after another.
Who?
See, well, if you had let me talk, I can't remember what all happened, but I do remember I think they've already fucked.
Who?
Rissa and him, remember?
Yeah, they got in
Okay.
the pool and he diddle-dadded her because they went and they locked the door all seductively while the village looked upon them with their boners.
Yeah.
You don't remember?
He did, yeah.
They're all sitting there staring with their cocks
Yes,
out. And
no,
then
they
walk
were
back
in a
there.
private pool.
He gave him like that weird wink.
He was in a private pool, but
Did you even read the book?
I was trying to catch up to what happened
You're
before.
reading it right now?
I read like 15 chapters. No, I was reading backwards. I was trying to
You
see.
started at the end?
Shut up. No, I meant just.
I always wondered if you actually read these books. You might just be making all this shit up to me. I don't know. I don't read them.
And neither does anybody else.
You could just
If
put whatever
I
you wanted in
could
here.
do that, I should just write the fucking book. Damn,
We should do our own
dude.
book and then come here and read it.
No, I can tell somebody jokes and ideas, and they have to write the book.
All right.
Okay, now shut up.
Okay.
Shut the fuck up. In their attempt to gain breeding females and set into motion their renewed war against the Bellatorian presence on Agrica, it seemed their hunting party had inadvertently captured the only child of Fautor Lindites, a child he now offered a substantial ransom for in the form of amnesty for the cat people. Okay, so I did read this, but I had to read it in sections, and I totally forgot about that. And so when I was like finishing up today, I was like, "What is going on?" I didn't understand.
At the end of the book?
Just like in the drama of the text messages, I totally missed the beginning part and just thought,
yeah, so the end was all skewed up.
I'm ignoring the beginning of everything. All right, but 2 questions remained. Which of the females was Lindity's daughter, and should they return her?
It's Rizza?
Rissa.
Rissa.
Yeah,
that name is fake.
And then I think he's also thinking, or do we keep the daughter here to punish him? Blah, 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 blah.
She's already pregnant with one of y'all's kids.
No, she's not. No, she's not. As far as we know, the contraceptive was still working or some shit, and she may not be pregnant.
What contraceptive?
Remember at the very beginning when she first got captured and they met Zeta on the way? She's like some like witch of the woods or something. She gave her a contraceptive. She wasn't against the cat people, but she's not with them. So she wouldn't do anything to like betray them, but she did give her a contraceptive that would last for like 3 to 6 weeks, and so she shouldn't be pregnant anytime if she had been haped.
Yes, haped.
Maped.
Maped? Yeah. That's what cats do.
They
Mate. It's like mating.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't believe me, just Google
It's
cats
not
mating.
quite consensual, but it is natural. Like, what is that? What is that? Poor cats. Like, start a foundation where you get like garter belts for female cats.
Yeah, little
and you
chastity
donate it. Yeah,
belts.
chastity belt. Yeah, garter belts. That's stupid. That's underwear. A chastity belt. Yeah. Cat
Stop
cities.
kitten maping.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay, so he's thinking, what does he do? And he says, like, to himself, I suppose not.
I've thought about it my whole life. I've been sitting here fighting wars from invaders, and I don't really know who I am as a person. I think maybe I'd
Because
like
he's
to.
not a person. Who am I as a cat?
Who am I as a cat?
A cat man.
I think maybe I'd like to be an actor cat. A Swiss Army cat.
Like all his claws are shaped as
Different
different
shit.
things. Okay. I guess he's talking to somebody. I don't know who.
Sounds like himself.
Oh, Rissa.
Oh.
Okay, and she's like, what will you do with her? Will you
He's
send her
telling
back?
her what he's gonna do to her.
No, he doesn't know it's her.
Man, everybody
He
knows
just
it's her,
comes home.
I guess except for him.
He just comes home and he's like, somebody's the daughter, and
Yeah, he
she's
says
not
that
said
to
anything
him.
yet. All right, shut up. He says he supposes that they would not send the female back if she had already started carrying their mate's child. She's freaking out. What have I done? He's like, what are you saying, Rissa? Are you? Gods tell me you aren't Lindity's daughter. I'd have you-
am Linda Tease.
I'd have you finally tell me the truth once and for all. Then hear it once and for all. My name is Rissa Lindites. I am Fautor Lindites' daughter, the man you hate above everything else in life. Morrigan sucked in a ragged breath. Gods, Rissa, why didn't you tell me? Did you think me such a monster I would have hurt you to avenge my people? I just figured his voice is a little like...
I feel like that's probably what his voice is sounding. I think you're nailing it, actually. When I see him,
I think it's deeper, maybe
you-
like Mufasa.
it's not. When it's you're on it. I think you're on the pulse on his voice.
He's a lesbian. He's a feline lesbian. He's just a
yeah.
butch.
Femina.
Oh. All right. I want to stay with you, Morrigan. I want to be your mate, bear your children, help you with your people. I no longer
I want
want
to be your mate and bury your children.
bear your children.
Yeah, you said it again. Bury your
Bear.
children. Oh, bear.
Bear.
I thought they're cats. Nice. Good push. I'm just kidding, dude.
I no longer want to go back to my father or the life I once had. You are my life now.
Wait, what kind of life did she have with her father?
There is one more thing. No matter how hard you try, you cannot get me with child for another week or two. When I was at Zada's, I begged her for a contraceptive, and she gave it to me.
They
I
put
don't
me to sleep and clipped my ear. I can't get you pregnant, Rissa. They took my balls.
That would be so cute.
That's why they can't reproduce. They've
That
all
would
been
be
fixed.
so
Some little kitties don't know that they got
Some
put
rogue
out.
vet, the Bellatorians.
That's what the
sent in a vet.
Bellatorians have been picking them up and neutering
When they
them.
were partying, like the smoke started coming out, but was really like the gas to
Yeah.
put you to sleep.
It was just-
Oh no! Like put them in little cages afterwards. They're like going back and forth.
Yeah.
Aw.
In their little dopey cells, they just don't remember
That's
it.
always so fucking cute. When they fall off the bed, it's so cute. But you catch them because you can't let them.
Of course, because we're not monsters.
No, but like you're like, whoops. Oh, babies. Okay. I don't want you to go, Rissa, but I've nothing left with which to fight for you. You've taken everything from me. I guess because she couldn't get pregnant, and then because he was like, you should already be
Right.
pregnant.
And we just discussed he's been neutered now, so she took everything.
What did he say?
I'm going for the Bellatorians now.
Oh, I guess he's trying to plead to the council that he doesn't want her to go, and
Who's on the council? They never have said that, right? There's
cat
just
people.
a council.
There's cat people.
Are they all cat? All
So
people?
she's like, "Come to bed and hold me. I'd like that very much, my love, tonight and for the rest of our lives. Tonight and always." I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
Bellatorian offer, council discusses. Okay, I guess the Bellatorians offered the trade, and then the council's discussing it, and he's there. He's trying to keep her. Who wishes for the female to be sent back to her father? 10 hands lifted. Arden's expression never altered. And who wishes to keep the female in the lair? Only Morrigan and Noreen's hands raised this time. The vote is 10 to 2, my lord. The female must be returned to the Lord Commander. So he's a Lord Commander. The father.
So the whole council's like, yeah, get her the fuck out of here.
Yeah. But remember too, I think a couple people in there, like I guess the council's like they're all
But
part
he
of it.
already agreed that that's what would happen
I
if she
know.
wasn't pregnant. So is he gonna be a hypocrite, or is he gonna bite the bullet and do what he said he was gonna do as a leader? I
Yeah.
bet he pulls the selfish card and he tries to keep her.
No. Chapter 18.
And if any of you picked that, shame on you.
Chapter 18, she's waiting for a verdict. She knows the whole day's been long. He hasn't been there. She's getting worried. Anyway, he comes home. They end up arguing, and I guess he ends up sleeping on the couch. And I guess he told her what was going to happen, and she was upset. Late that night, Anista came for Rissa. Mira was in labor, and Agna had sent for Morgan's lady to attend the birth. Excuse me. Gross.
Man, see, it doesn't work with you.
What doesn't work with me? I'm just burping, and I can keep a quiet burp, so whatever.
Yeah, I can't do that.
So she goes to this birthing, and she's like, she hesitantly goes. She's like, "Do you even want me to? I'm getting kicked out tomorrow. Like, there's no point." And they're like, "No, you're still lady."
Evicted, they gave her a
Yeah,
notice.
yeah, you're still lady while you're here, and it would be a dishonor to not have a lady of the cat people be there. And so they have her like help with the.
But are they married? Is she a cat person?
No, but she's
a Bellatorian.
He announced her as his lady, so it was said.
But they're all going. But she's going home.
Dan, can you
tomorrow.
just honor tradition? No, because we don't.
I feel like they're shitting on tradition.
Yeah, well, all right. So she helps, pat her head with a cool cloth and da 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 da. Anyway, the next morning, Mira's babe
Cats
was
don't
born.
Like water.
Mira's babe was born, and that's actually not true. Cats just have personalities. They're not used to it. Some like it though.
Oh, I'm the asshole.
All right, so they go get Morgan because he's also supposed to come after the thing to kind of like introduce the baby to the people, right? And then there will be songs and gifts and celebration. It's tradition. Impulsively, Rissa reached up and pulled off the turquoise stone jewelry she'd forgotten to remove last night. Mira had been the one to admire the jewelry that day at the Springs. She had also been the first Catwoman, aside from Morgan's mother, to offer her friendship. And she wished to give it to her in honor of the childbirth. And she's like, oh, but I couldn't. And she's like, no, I want you to have it, please. They were from my mom to me. They're here, from me to you for being a mom now or whatever. So if you remember, that jewelry was mentioned a lot. And so that was really sweet of her. 5 days later, Agnes stopped by early as Rissa and Noreen were finishing the last preparations for their journey. Back to premises. The healer awkwardly hugged Rissa, then pressed several packages of healing powder and salves into her hands. You were good for my son. Okay, so she's saying bye to the mom, and she's sad to lose her. Her friend comes over as they're leaving town, Diona, and wants to hug her. And I think she's like, I could go with you or something, or I'm sorry, I can't go with you. And they're like, it's no big deal. Rissa disengaged herself from Diona's clasp and walked over to speak to the other women briefly. Then she turned back to her friend for a quick hug and farewell kiss before joining Noreen once more. Made sure to go back and get a kiss from Diona. All right, Morgan is standing perfectly in her way as she's trying to leave. And he's like, don't you know that I don't let you go willingly, And she's like, Morgan, that's enough. Say your farewells and let the female... Oh, sorry.
Dang, she's weird.
No, sorry, that was
let that female, like the Bellatorian's coming back into her real quick.
Sorry, his grandfather. That's enough. Say your farewells. Let the female pass. No purpose is served. I'll say what I want and how I want, but you will not keep me from saying farewell to Rissa in whatever manner I wish.
Are y'all gonna mape in front of everybody?
I won't have you leaving here thinking I don't care, thinking I callously cast you aside, thinking I don't love you. There was nothing more to be said, nothing more to be done, nothing save return to home where she really belonged. Chapter 19.
The return home.
Noreen is escorting her back home, but it's going to be a journey, and he blindfolds her because it's just as she shouldn't see how she got there.
Because who doesn't like blindfolding a lady?
There's so many rough stuffs in here that I'm like, oh, she wrote that in there because she likes that. But anyway, so it's really for her protection, they say this time, though, too, because he's like, Bellatorians have a way of extracting information, and it's just better if you actually don't know. All right, so she's contemplating on whether or not her father is actually going to be decent. Is he going to accept her? Is he going to stop the war? Whatever.
Right, she probably smells different than she was.
So she gets. So she's like, well, and would he torture her or not? So she's like, you know what? Okay, I trust you. Just don't let me fall. So he takes good care of her. They make it through some storms. The next morning dawned bright and cold. The third day, the trail angled downward. They're on their way. And he's asking her what she'll do when she gets back to Premises. And she intended to find some place of influence at her father's side, but she's not so sure now. She wants to aid in bringing peace to Agrica, but in a more humane way than's been done. She's still not sure if her father was the asshole that ordered it for no reason.
We're gonna find
so we
out
don't know
that
the
he is
reason.
the asshole.
Well, yeah, and so we really don't know his reason for war. Was it really just to get their crops and gain their land, or was there something else going on? In the middle of the night, Noreen woke her. So they've gone to bed. Noreen, what's wrong? We've visitors. Terror rippled down Rissa's spine. From the grim tone of Noreen's voice, it was evident their visitors weren't friends. Who? Do you know who they are? Yes.
Yes.
Noreen.
Are you going to make me ask? Yes.
They're catmen, Femina. Catmen.
Hell yeah. We hit the jackpot. Our husbands are gone.
Cut back to the lair. Morgan's mom is...
Oh, no.
Sitting him down to dinner.
Oh, no. Oh.
Sitting him down to dinner, and he's not wanting to eat, and he's all upset.
Yeah. Our dogs do that when they get mad, too.
Yeah, and he just misses her so bad. He's crying and whining, and
sitting by the door,
his mom's
meowing.
patting him on the head, scratching behind his ear,
tickling right under the tail.
And so he's just chilling, and then all of a sudden, my brain just was like, remember back in the day, like when the radio or the TV would turn off, like for the night, it's just,
yeah,
that's what happened to me. Okay.
Your limit, the fuel's gone.
Yeah. All right. Well, so Lisanne comes by.
Who?
What news have you,
Oh.
Lisanne? I heard comment this morning no one had seen Craddock or Limos about. I thought that strange,
Oh,
as there were no
no.
hunting parties sent out of late. So strange, I decided to quietly search the valley. And they aren't here. Their spoor, along with 2 other catmans, leads out of the valley and into the mountains, following Noreen and Rissa's trail. Are you certain? That trail's the most common one out of the valley. I followed it for several hours, my lord, to be sure. Craddock's tracks never deviated from Noreen's. So if you can remember, Craddock was the one that they were fighting brutally, and Craddock's trying to take him down. And isn't Limos the one that was abusing the other girl?
Yes.
So he's mad too. So Craddock's trying to like gather people against Morrigan. So he's out to
Right, because Morrigan bitched out of their fight. I remember. Craddock was whooping his ass,
No,
right?
the council stopped the fight.
I know, because their boy was getting his ass handed to him. I remember.
All right, so anyway, the trail is
They
8.
said, wait. We're going to cancel all of our traditions right now in the middle of this. Stop it. Why? Because my guy's losing, goddammit.
Cancel the game.
I'm losing a fuck ton of money right now, my dude.
Yeah. The trail is 8 hours old. So if he's going to catch up, he's 8 hours behind.
Yeah, but cats will like
So
fart around and sleep and roll around and get distracted and shit.
they're
on
cat
the way.
men.
Oh, that's right.
And men get it done. All right, so he's like, gather a party of 5 cat men. Why would you keep calling? Why wouldn't you?
Don't call it a party, dude. It's
Are
gonna
the
suck.
Bellatorians alien men and alien women? Or
Dude, it's not gonna get.
come
And stop
up
calling
with
it a
a
party.
fake-
You're not going
If
out to
you
have
can-
fun.
If you're an author
Yeah.
and you can come up with people's fake names, Beth Simpson, I don't know who that is. You can come up with something fake. Why can't you come up with something better than we're the cat
Isn't
men?
there what's their planet called?
How did they know cats were cats?
That's what I'm saying. Like
They
they
would
have a
be-
name of their planet. Why don't they
They
call
would
them
be
that?
Felinatorians or something.
Yeah. Agrega?
Agrigorians.
Yeah, Gregorians.
Yeah.
No, we're cat people. Oh,
Gather 5
cat
of our
men.
Agrigorians.
cat women.
So dumb. Fucking idiot. God, Kathleen. Jesus
Yeah, way to
Christ.
get lazy in the
And
book, dude.
and on top of that, she made the cover of this book a lenticular cover, you know, where you move it and it's supposed to shift. There's nothing different. It's the same image on both. I'm like, bitch. Some of us were sensory ready for that to be a different image, and you fucked it. You had one shot, one opportunity
to get everything you ever wanted.
to give us everything we ever wanted. You know what it should have been?
And I'm gonna go throw up my mom's spaghetti now.
Man, my sweater. Damn. This is my favorite fucking sweater. My palms are sweaty.
Shut up, dude.
I'm glad we have these
My
chairs
knees are
because my
weak.
knees are weak. Oh my
Shit,
god.
I don't need to throw up. There's vomit on my sweater already. We're gonna get in so much fucking trouble.
We said it in sentences. Oh my god, at Eminem. Marshall Mathers, like, it would be my fucking dream. You are my elevator pass, so call me. Let's talk about it. I'll see you in court. All right.
Shit.
Man, okay.
He's changing the channel already. He didn't. He just clicked right through it. Click, 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 click.
Yeah,
Marshall,
whatever.
click, 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 click. He's getting right over it.
Oh my god.
All right.
That would be so fucking cool though.
Yeah, we will jump out of this window.
No, only
Oh.
after we wouldn't lose. This on me. This ain't on me. I didn't put my motherfucking ass on this chair. I mean, I did, but whatever. Put my ass on Eminem too.
Well, that's what the elevator pass is.
Didn't he have like a song about booties or big? It's like
Yeah, probably.
it
dude.
was not.
Of course.
I wasn't in love with that one.
No.
Sorry, not sorry. All right. Gather the catmen. Lead them out after the trail, but I'll be ahead of you. Oh, okay. So we're back at the cave with Noreen and Rissa.
All right, hold on.
Are you gonna fart?
No, I'm just getting myself psyched
Into
into
the
the setting.
cave?
Like, yeah, I'm getting in the cave.
They took shelter.
You distracted me with that dope rap. All right. Go.
I do not have rights to those lyrics.
I don't know.
It
We changed
wasn't-
on 20%.
It wasn't mine. All right. A voice shouting Noreen's name pierced the tumult in Rissa's mind. What do you want, Craddock? Noreen scooted over to take refuge behind an outcropping of rock just inside the cave entrance. Give us the female and we'll spare your life. She cannot go back to Premiseeds. She knows too much about us. Lindates will use her against our people. And what will you do with Rissa if I give her over to you? We're
I'm
gonna
raise
fuck her up.
I'm gonna raise her to be a wonderful Bellatorian daughter,
Aw.
and I'm gonna have her marry a nice Bellatorian man and never see this fucking place again, you dirty cat person. Oh, whoa!
This is another cat person.
Uh-oh.
It's not a Bellatorian. These are
I thought
cat
it was
people.
her dad.
These are cat people. He said that her dad would use her against them. It's Craddock talking to Noreen.
That's funnier though.
All right, hold on. You know the answer as well as I. The female must die.
Oh, he's gonna kill her.
He's like, join me against Morgan. No one needs to know.
He's talking to Morgan. Join me against
No.
Rissa. Yes, okay, let's do it.
I know. I know you want me. No.
Wait, what?
Like if
Morgan,
I
I know you want me.
yeah, he's gonna give up Rissa.
I'm gonna kill Rissa, and you can be with me.
Yeah, he's jelly.
I want to be the queen.
All right. Okay, so anyway, Noreen's like, never. And they're like, we've got blasters.
Oh, they have blasters.
They call them blasters. All right, so he has to tell her to shut the fuck up because he doesn't have further time.
He didn't say that.
He said, then just rest. I've no further time to spare for talk.
That's kind of like shut the fuck up.
I need, yeah, I need all my
Take rest. I need time. To
well,
think.
why don't you let me just condense this the way I see fit? I have made shit up, but it's a translation.
All right.
It's because you can't speak cat people,
That's true.
but
This
you
was written-
understood
this was
when he
written in
said
Cat
shut the
Persian.
fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Go to bed. She closed her eyes, her mind a whirl, and faced alone her own private horrors of the night.
Horrors?
The night
Her own
that could
private
well be her
horrors?
last on Agra. Her final night of life.
With whores?
It's the nightlife.
Yeah, the nightlife.
Horrors.
Horror.
Horrors.
Horrors.
Horrors. Oh, that's how we're supposed to say it. Horrors. The horrors of the night.
Yeah, so you're not saying the whores.
Horrors. You're supposed to say whores.
Whores.
Whores. Is it a war or a whore? Or a horror?
A whore.
Or a horror? All right. Now she starts thinking about Morgan.
Oh,
The memories of his mouth.
his mouth.
Hot and man-hungry, which doesn't sound right.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what Crydoc's getting after.
And
It's
man
hot
hungry
man
upon
hungry.
hers, of his big, hard, powerful body, his beautiful eyes, his passionate nature. Tender loving filled her with a sweet, special joy. Oh, I know what
Ooh.
that feeling feels like.
Mhm.
She lived deeply and fully in the weeks she'd been with him and his people. She'd known love, fulfillment, and sense of purpose. She
But now
suffered.
she's looking Crydock in his
But
face,
she'd also
rubbing his gym.
She's not. No, she's with Noreen and Craddock's out there.
Oh.
All right, she does go to sleep, but smoke, acrid and choking, woke her. She shoved herself up on one elbow. Noreen, what's happening? They mean to smoke us out, Femina, or suffocate us.
Hell yeah.
Either way,
Oh.
they bring this little stalemate to a close. I don't want to die in here. I want to fight them. I thought you might. Here's my plan.
And then she comes out, oh no, I can't make it.
That was probably a better fucking
She
plan.
runs, and then they have like this big, like a roller skate, and he lands on it. He goes down this little slide, and there's a box at the end. Like, poop,
It's so stupid. That would have probably been a better plan than what they came up
throw a
with.
blanket over him, call the police.
Rissa said, like, I'll do my best. And he's like, I know you will. You've always had the heart of a warrior. Now come. It's time.
It is time.
Hey.
Time to come.
So here's their plan.
Uh-huh.
He just goes full force into these crackling leaves and fire that they set at the front of the cave to burst them out and remove them, right? And then
Yes.
she comes flailing out with the blaster. That's their plan. That's their
Awesome.
whole plan. That was the only. After that, there's no.
Never seen an action movie, Kathleen? They're gonna
You-
get killed.
She missed the.
Yeah,
They
I always
said what
fast
their
forward through that part. It's too violent.
All All right, so here's what happened. A sound, a quick intake of breath was her only warning of her. Oh, I missed the first attacker. Hold on. A cat man leaped before her. The blaster burst, caught him squarely in the chest. With a terrible scream, he fell. It was like, like you stepped on his tail.
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
never
God.
meow, huh? What's up?
No, they do. Well, I don't know. I guess maybe the way they
roar,
sound.
They're more like
his
lion people.
Yeah.
Like-
A sound. Oh, wait, sorry. A sound, a quick intake of breath was her only warning of her next attacker. She wheeled around, but it was too late. The blaster was wrenched from her grip with a strength both superhuman and blindly quick. Hands, claws unsheathed, swung toward her, striking her alongside the head. She saw stars, bright lights, then a roiling mist. With a cry of bitter frustration, Rissa fell.
Damn, how many times did he knock her out?
Ah!
I saw stars, then I saw spaceships, then I saw...
All right, so sounds, awful growls and snarls, harsh intakes of breath filled the air surrounding the cacophony of animalistic battle. Noreen! Noreen! Her arms were jerked roughly before her and bound. Yeah. Rissa blinked fiercely.
And Crydock's head exploded.
Clearly, at last, the haze that shimmered before her eyes. She flung back her hair and tried to rise. A hand shoved her down, entangling cruelly in her hair to hold her there. Yeah. All right. In response to Rissa's crazed struggles, her captor's hand clenched only tighter in her hair. Yes. She bit back a despairing cry. Noreen! Oh, wait. No, she bit it back. Sorry. She just thought that. As if he'd heard her heartfelt call, he lunged for Limos. It was a desperate ploy to eliminate one opponent while leaving himself open to the other, but Noreen's only chance. He tackled Limos and brought him to the ground. Before the Catman could regain his balance and strike back, Noreen slashed him deep and hard across the throat.
She killed her dude?
Noreen killed Limos.
Oh.
Noreen is the friend of Rissa, and
I
Limos
thought
was the...
Rissa killed Noreen.
She's down there being tied up crying.
Okay. I just misheard
No,
it then.
but here's where she does fuck up, I think. Innocence, in a way. Noreen, behind you! You never tell them to turn around because then they don't react naturally.
They go, what?
Yeah, exactly.
And then they get gutted.
Noreen staggered around. A powerful arm snaked about his throat, a hand ensnared in his hair, wrenching his head back. Noreen fought like a man crazed, but to no avail. Razor-sharp claws dug into his throat, ripping it asunder.
Goodbye, Noreen.
Die! Craddock snarled victoriously. Die, fool that you are. Your loyalty to Morrigan was always misplaced. Always. No! Oh, gods, no! Rissa shrieked. Noreen!
Oh, she has new gods now?
Noreen! Oh, gods. I don't know any of them. She's just, hey, anybody out there? Chapter 20. Anyway, Noreen's dead. I have a sad face.
Oh, that is a sad face.
It is. Crying.
It looks kind of mad sad.
I didn't know. I forgot how to make a sad face. I did, actually. I totally forgot.
Well, that's kind of a nice thing.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
No, it's because I don't draw anymore. I'm so
Chapter 20.
sad. All right. So, remember, Morrigan is 8 hours behind this situation.
Yeah?
Well, or so many hours, I guess. I don't know. Morrigan scrambled up the last hillside, grasping frantically at boulders to tug his tortured body ever onward. He stumbled. He slid back, scrambling over dirt and rock until he finally reached the summit of the hill, blocking his view, and looked down on a heart-rending scene of blood and gore? Heart-rending? Limos lay sprawled below his throat, ripped out. Nearby lay the blaster-scorched body of another Catman. Morrigan's fevered gaze took both in and quickly moved to where Craddock stood, Noreen's body at his feet. As he watched, his cousin lifted his arms to the sky, threw back his head, and gave a roar of primal victory.
Crydock's his cousin?
They're all cousins.
I know that.
They're all fucking
yucky cat
cousins.
people, dude.
I think they mentioned that too, that they're kind of like an incestuous species because they have to be. Well, it's like branch out and make other cities, dude. All right. Where is she, Craddock? What have you done to Rissa?
I killed her.
Bring her to me.
Okay.
Oh, wait. No, sorry. That's Craddock. Bring her to me. Let Morrigan see his mate, alive and well for a brief time more. As Morrigan watched, every muscle in his powerful body got tense. Craddock grabbed Rissa by the hair, twisted his hand viciously, and forced her to her knees before him.
You're going to watch this, Morrigan.
He shot Morrigan a wolfish grin. Still want her, do you, cousin? Then come down and get her. All right. I wouldn't try that. Morgan had swung the blaster into a firing position. Craddock growled, I could slash her throat as easily as I did Noreen's before you finish me with the blaster. That's what I'm going to start calling it when I blow you, the blaster.
That's the blaster. What were
You
we
want a
betting on
blaster, baby?
earlier?
Blowies.
Yeah, but for what?
I don't remember.
Me either.
Hey, we have to go back. Oh, Josh! Where are you? Okay. He unsheathed a claw and pressed it to Rissa's neck. Say the word, Morgan. Shall I slit her throat and be done with it? Eh, cousin? Morgan's glance slammed into Rissa's. Tawny brown eyes, full of anguished love, locked with his.
Said, yes, let's just end this now.
Impotent frustration welled in his gut. Once again, he was forced to choose between Rissa and his people. If he went down for her, he would place himself at Craddock's mercy, a mercy that would just last just as long as it took for his cousin to kill him. Yet, if he didn't, Rissa would surely die. So, what would you do if it were me?
You.
What?
I'd be like, bring her over here, dude. What are
Yeah.
you so upset about? You already got her by the throat? Open that mouth up.
Oh my
Let's have some
God!
fun.
You're what?
I
You're so
w- and whenever he's like,
nasty.
what? Really? I'll be like, yeah, pull it out. He's like, then fumbling with the zipper. I come
And you
cut
get him?
his fucking head off.
I love you.
And you'll have to be like covered in blood because it'll be yucky. You'll be like,
yeah.
and maybe like some entrails and shit, like real goopy, nasty.
What was the
violence.
movie about the blowjob and they killed like that?
I
Somebody
think
was.
We made that up.
What did
We
we?
were just talking shit.
We
one night.
did.
Better
That's
stop talking.
right.
We're
Oh.
gonna make that happen.
Don't anybody take our ideas. All right. Either way. All right. He's
Anyways,
thinking
yeah,
either
and
way
then he's
Craddock
gonna
would
be
win.
Ready to go.
So he's thinking either way Craddock would win.
Yeah, because he was kicking the dog shit out of him last time they met.
Yeah, I
Least
guess
we
so.
forget, Rachel. That was in episode 2 or 3, I believe.
So he basically says, "Listen, I'll fight you for it." He wants to fight him not only for her life but for the throne.
Doubling down. He said, we only fought for 1 belt last time. We're fighting for 2
And
belts
he's like,
this
"You've
time."
heard my terms. They're more than fair. Do you accept it or not?" Morgan says, "Yes."
No. I don't think so. I'm going
All
to
right.
shoot you with this blaster instead.
So this guy that Craddock hands Rissa over to hold on to her while the fight's going, his name is Xandar.
And nobody likes him.
I'm not going to say Xander because I'm fairly certain with an AR it's Xandar.
It's Xandar.
His compatriot nodded, slinging his blaster over his shoulder. Xandar took Rissa from Craddock. He jerked her to her feet, twisting her arm, pulled Rissa to him. As Craddock strode over to Morgan, Xandar whispered in her ear, "You're quite lovely." When Craddock's done slicing Morgan to bits, I've a mind to ask him for a piece of you before he kills you. "And if Morgan wins, what will you do then?" He said, "My life's worth more than my honor. What do you think I'll do?" Okay. I don't know. What will you do? All right. Way to puss out of an answer. Anywho. So, the battle begins. She jerked her attention back to the 2 catmen, now crouched low, circling one another. You know, going,
Yeah. Standing up. And then they're going to start
their furs.
pawing at each other.
Oh, but when they get at it, dude. But when you've seen cats get at
Yeah,
it,
no,
dude,
they're
they will
fucked up,
fucking
dude.
kill them. God, it's vicious. Why hasn't anybody tried to make an army of cats, like an invasion of
listen,
cats?
they don't care. They don't care.
Well, it takes an evil genius, and they have to put a thing on their, head to make them do it. That's what my first evil geniusness will be.
All right.
Form a cat alliance to save Mother Nature. Okay. All right. Craddock struck first, claws ripping and tearing as he leapt. Morgan jerked aside. His own claws left a glancing
They
slash.
left. His own claws ran away from him.
His own claw left a glancing slash across Craddock's face. His opponent snarled in pain, pivoted, and sent a roundhouse kick to Morgan's gut.
Dang.
The cat lord caught his leg just before it made contact and shoved upward with all his strength, throwing Craddock off balance. The cat-man somersaulted into the air to land agilely on his feet. Agilely?
Yeah, Agilily. That's
he,
perfect.
he flung his mane from his eyes, glared at Morgan, then proceeded to feint and dodge in relentless dizzying moves. Sweat dripped from his brow, bathing his body to mingle excruciatingly with his gaping wounds. Ow. His strength faltered. Dizziness consumed him. Desperation fueled his efforts now. God, there had to be some way to bring this battle to a close before it was too late. But how?
There is. Let
How?
Craddock kill you.
Blearily, he glimpsed sight of the cliff that lay 30 meters behind Craddock. A desperate plan formed in his mind. Morrigan and Craddock battled to the very edge of the ravine. There, the two men grappled, feline claws raking each other with savage fury as each struggled for the advantage, for the final victory. Morrigan's face contorted with the sheer effort it took to meet and hold back Craddock's mighty assault, straining with all the strength left in his body, and just when it seemed as if Craddock's greater power and stamina would at last prevail, Morrigan let his knees buckle.
Oh.
Craddock caught by
I have an
surprise.
idea, Craddock. Don't take her, take me.
Let me take off your breeches.
Yeah, let me peel the breeches off.
Caught
He's
by
all
surprise.
sweaty cocked now because he's
Yeah.
been fighting.
Oh man, I feel like an asshole. I just left all y'all sitting in the wind waiting
Yeah.
for the thing. Craddock, caught by surprise and by the claw-deep hold he had on Morrigan, lost his balance. It was all the opportunity the cat lord needed. Dropping to the ground, Morrigan flipped Craddock over his head. With a roar of outrage, his opponent sailed out and past the edge of the ravine, arms and legs flailing. Craddock grasped at Morgan. Yeah. Brother! Cousin!
Scar, Mufasa. I'm pretty sure we can't say that shit either.
I think you can say the name. We're not like
And then like that, like dangling off.
Yeah, kind of. No, this is more the Darth Maul thing.
He sticks his hands and he goes, meow.
This is the Darth Maul thing. Like one of those hang in there baby posters
Yeah.
with the cat on the tree limb. This hold on, just hang on.
Oh, hang on. Hang
And
in
found
there.
it. Screaming in impotent fury, he fell, striking the rocks far below. Morrigan was immediately on his feet, racing toward Xandar. The Catman, however, had guessed the battle's outcome just a moment earlier. He swung his blaster down and fired. The blast caught the cat lord in the shoulder. The stunning force of the impact sent him tumbling backward.
And then he fell off another
Backward over the edge and into the ravine.
Dang it.
Morrigan!
Man, he's like, sweet. Guess I'm getting the girl.
Rissa leaped up, wild in her fear, slamming her shoulder hard into Xandar's momentarily unguarded belly. He gasped, staggered backward, tripping over Noreen's body, and fell, his head striking a sharp rock.
Oh.
How lucky.
He's just sitting there like this.
Yeah. Oh, don't. Her gaze settled on Morrigan's pack. Racing over to it, she frantically dug inside. Rope, food, a water flask. Her fingers glanced off something sharp. A dagger. A moment later, she had sliced her bonds free. Rissa, came a harsh whisper. Rissa. I don't know what it's supposed to sound like. He's a ghost.
Yeah, he's like my soul
A cat ghost man.
Oh.
A ghost cat man.
Cat heaven's real.
No, it's not. They're in purgatory if they're a ghost.
Oh yeah, that's true. We're still here on Agrabah.
I can show you a world.
Yeah. I don't know which one.
Agrica.
Agrica.
I can show you Agrica.
That's
God's
giant, giant litter box.
But would they pee on the rug?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Biscuit it till it's dead.
Oh, that would be. God's Morrigan. What shall I do? He is hanging onto a fucking branch.
Hell yeah! Okay, here it comes. Here comes Scar.
My pack. There's a coil of rope. Tie it to that boulder.
They're gonna.
Maybe I can pull you up instead. No, Femina, it won't work. My left shoulder's useless, and so's my right leg. I'm too big. Get the rope. Hurry,
What's
I
he
can't hold
dangling
on.
down with?
Dangling down with.
And you say he's hanging on
He's hanging on to a tree limb.
by one hand?
I guess so, yeah.
And his other one's dead?
Yeah,
Like,
because he
his
got
leg's
shot.
dead, so he's got one good leg?
Yeah,
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
because he got shot in his,
yeah.
in his shoulder. So his
And I don't know what happened to the leg, but whatever. Okay, so here's what I thought was weird. He tells her to like tie it around his waist, and I'm like, how the fuck is she gonna get? If she can get down to your waist, I feel like you can get your ass up.
I feel like you can get your ass up.
Then she gets him up. He's
Right.
safe.
Well,
Will I-
good. That's what we thought would happen.
But he has some wounds, so she's like tucking
Yeah,
paper
'cause
in
he
there
got
or
shot.
something. Will I live? Yes, I'd wager so. It'll need. A low groan rose from behind them. Two pairs of eyes jerked up and around. Xandar groaned again and moved slightly. Quick, Rissa, get the blaster. Even as she neared, the Catman levered himself to one elbow and shook his head dazed.
She's giving fucking the other dude the blaster?
No. The blaster, I guess, was like just laying around. And she dived for it, rolled over, and shoved herself to her knees. Xandar, realizing his danger, lunged for her with savage snarl. Rissa, Morrigan cried. And then she shot him.
She shot Morgan?
Xandar. sorry.
But Xandar was like, give me the blaster. And she's like, okay.
Give it to me.
Yeah.
Okay. No. In that instant between realization and reaction, instinct took over. She fired. Blue flame spewed from the blaster, catching Xandar full in the chest. With a strangled scream, he toppled over.
What's
She-
the strangled scream?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, everybody's dead.
Next time I'm choking you, let me try to scream.
Okay.
All right. Well, I want to hear what this
You got to
sounds
make
like.
it.
Hold on. Let's just do it while we're on the air. Come here. Security, go ahead and don't worry about what you're about to hear.
We don't even know where he is right
He's
now.
jerking off
He's
downstairs.
gone. I would. I'd masturbate in the elevator. That you didn't even try that hard. I feel like I was faking this.
Okay, come here.
Hold on. I have to actually scream and you have to actually choke. Oh, I like it. Hey, can
Everybody turn your volume down.
Can I strictly be a person for like cartoons and stuff that like says my boyfriend, my husband, whoever, you can hire somebody, I guess, to strangle me, and that's how you get your sound. Because people usually fake it, aren't they? Like they're like, ah,
Oh, yeah.
and it's
we'll
fake.
do
No,
real
just
choking
do
sounds.
it.
We got you.
yeah. I called you my boyfriend, husband.
Put a glove on for you.
It gets weird. Put some kind of
I got it.
Put like a butcher's apron on and shit.
This is OJ's glove.
Oh my
Fucking bought
god.
it.
Oh, that's not.
I got it. I got it at a memorabilia store he robbed.
It's fake. It's fake. All right. So even Noreen is dead. I put a little heart next to his name. It's so sad. Morgan glanced up at Rissa. I haven't the strength to bury him. We'll have to burn his body. Pain slashed through her. Burn him? Is that all you have to say? Do you even care that he's dead? He's like, of course I care, but there's work to be done.
Just kick him off the cliff.
There's a storm coming. Oh my god.
That's what they did to the other guy.
That's the guy we don't care about.
Oh, you're talking about the one we do care
Noreen.
about. Well,
Yes.
he wouldn't like a quick burial.
Don't put him down there with the losers. Curse you,
Well,
Morgan. I've never met a more cold, heartless
didn't
man in my
win.
life. This is Noreen, your dearest friend. It's all right to mourn him.
And he said no, flushed him down the toilet.
It's what he would have wanted. Oh, Jinx, you owe me a kiss. All right. He shouldn't have wasted his life for you. You've never been worthy of him. Never.
Oh,
Mm.
because the truth's coming out.
They burn Noreen at midday, just as the clouds and winds swirl down the mountains to reach them. Come, the storm approaches. Let me help. Oh, it's Rissa saying that.
She says, "Come, the storm approaches."
Let me help you back to the cave. And this is where I thought was weird. I think she messed up the grammar. His head jerked up. His eyes were shadowed. His mouth grim. Yes, he ground out the word. There's nothing left us here.
This boy cow has weird milk. What are you doing?
There's nothing left for us here is what you mean, Kathleen. All right. Fix your editor, and if you're your own editor, fire yourself. No, he whispered, leave me here. Oh, he's being a baby. No, leave me here.
I want to go with Noreen.
Put me in the fire. All right, so the next day, his mood was no better. He's refusing breakfast. The next day, she's like, what are you trying to do? Kill yourself?
He's like, no, cat
And she
people can't
calls
do that.
him, you stubborn son of a subterranean sandworm. That's worse than Nerf herder.
That's pretty rough.
Leave me alone. No, I won't leave you alone. All right, so.
All right,
That's
I flipped
stupid.
like 3 pages.
Oh, and then she puts her hand on his face, and he's like, however the person goes. No, like
When you
this.
grab them, when you grab
Like
their
that.
face.
Anyway, I think she realizes he's just depressed. Chapter 21.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
he killed 2 of his best friends
He's in, yeah.
and his cousin.
Yeah, and it's all your fault. Near dawn of the third day, he came awake, stirred by a disturbing
I
sensation.
see why they're almost all extinct. Just because Morgan keeps killing them all.
As full consciousness returned, intensified into prickling bursts of heat coursing through his body. For a moment, he imagined his wounds had festered and he'd been taken with fever. The unpleasant sensations only continued, however, rippling through his body, stimulating a restless unease. The blood pooled in his groin. congesting it, making it feel hot and heavy.
Oh.
With a savage curse, Morgan rolled over onto his back. He gained nothing from the effort but a sharp pain in his injured hip and shoulder. Curse it all, how many days had he slept away? Were the triple moons already in alignment? Was tonight the night?
Is he going to turn into a werecat? He's going to turn into a dog person.
Yeah. Like they turn into werewolves on the full moon.
Just start howling.
That's why
like,
they
"What was
hate it. They're like, this is horrible. Don't look at me.
that?" It'd be so cute. Little were puppies.
Yeah. Oh. So here's the deal. He's sitting here thinking, if I die, will she be okay? Will they get her in time?
She was fine before you these 2 weeks. This has been a weird.
He's thinking maybe there's only another day or so. Maybe he can endure until then. Because here's the deal. If he doesn't mate during the 3 moons, it could kill him by driving him into madness.
That's what. He gets so horny.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Only another day or so he thought he could endure until then. It might well be a coward's way out, but he at least had a choice in choosing his own death, a choice fatal though it was.
Yeah.
Like to refuse mating with her, I guess. He's thinking if he can hold out a couple more days or something.
His balls will explode and he'll die.
The heat rose, pulsing through him. He glanced over at Rissa. She looked so lovely lying there. Her lips were soft and full, her expression sweet and peaceful. His gaze dipped to the rounded fullness of her breasts, a fullness that even the leather tunic couldn't hide. All right, so he wants
What do
to
they say about
touch
people in
her.
tunics?
He wants her tonight. It's going to happen. It's going to fucking happen. So she's like, you need to eat. He's like, fuck you. She's like,
we're not going to eat. We're fucking.
She's like, no, fuck you, eat. And he's like, okay, fine, feed me and leave me alone, you bitch.
Dang.
Yeah, and she's like, why won't you fucking talk to me, you piece of shit? And he's like, well, do you remember what you fucking said to me, you cunt? And then, and then
She said, I just said I fucking love you.
I
you
was just
fucking
mad,
fuck."
you dick wad. And then, and she's like, but now I'm sorry because, you have your right to mourn the way you do or not at all. But anyway, doesn't matter. We're moving on. They start crying and whining, talking about why they came. He loves her. Anyway, that night he's tossing restlessly in his bed. Wildfire raged in his loins. His sex throbbed, the pressure building in his groin so acute that he thought he'd explode at any second. His abdominal muscles clenched in an endless spasm until they quivered with effort. He dug his claws through the blanket and into the earth in an attempt to contain the torment. It did little good. He was dying, in prison in fiery bonds that chained him in excruciating torment. The blood surged in his head. Yet on and on and on, the pressure grew. There was nothing left but to escape into madness. Morgan, Rissa's sweet voice, clear as a freshened breeze, pierced the mists of his agony. By the 5 moons, what's wrong?
I have a boner. I can't get rid of this.
Oh, God.
I took the blue pill and it won't go away.
You're burning with fever. It's not fever. Just leave me alone.
There's not a lot of porno starting. Like, oh, what's wrong with you, patient?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Hello, nurse.
now all I see are the gynecologist ones. Why? By all that is sacred, Morgan, tell me what's going on. It's too late. Too late, just as I planned. Morgan, tell me what's wrong. As Rissa hurried outside to the cool evening air, it wafted across her face.
Drug across her nose cavities.
As Rissa hurried outside, the cool evening air wafted across her face. So she noticed that the moons are in alignment, and she's like, oh, man, I remember what he said, because back then he said, for a cat man to deny himself on that night is fatal. To fight the urges becomes excruciating, driving one into terrible pain, maddened death. Rissa gazed up as the sight of the triple moons, a savage primal resolve growing inside of her. He was her mate. She would fight for him until the last breath left her body. And this night, whether he wished it or not, she would join with him one last time. One last time to save his life. Oh, I wish everybody could just fuck somebody just to save their life. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, nowadays I'm like, no, you don't check my financial box.
The musky scent of lust, wild, fevered hunger hung heavy in the air.
As Morgan smelled her walk through the room.
She could feel it, taste it, smell it. Her body responded on some primitive level. Her heart pounded. Her palms went damp. Her loins felt tight, hot, and swollen. All right, so she basically gets on top of him. And he's like, what are you doing?
She goes, I'm here to mape you.
What do you think I'm doing? You need to mate. I'm going to mate with you. No. He says no.
No, see,
He said no,
She said,
Rissa,
you're taking it.
please.
Shut up. It's vaping time.
Yeah, he said no, Rissa,
You'll die if you
please.
don't take this.
I love you, Morgan. I won't let you die. Even if I want it, even if I ask it of you. I don't know what that would. I cannot, my love, for the sake of your people, for the sake of Noreen, who sacrificed his life out of loyalty to you, for the sake of your father and your dead wife and son, I cannot. In
God
willing
damn.
your own death, you dishonor theirs. I cannot let you do that for their sakes, if not yours. So she's going to fuck him in the name of all.
Yeah, this is for your child.
This is for everybody.
This is for your wife and kid. What
Shut
the hell?
fuck up. Dead wife. It literally says that. For your dead wife.
Thanks
Say
for bringing us-
late wife. Damn. Plus, I don't even know if
But
they
then
ever
she's like,
found
nah,
her
I just
body.
wanted to remind you the bitch is dead.
Honestly, I don't even know if they ever found her body, actually. So.
Oh, did Rissa get rid of her?
No. She never even came around when the first burn happened. The wife and son died in that Bellatorian
So we think.
war. Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they found their bodies. I don't think they did.
Well, let's
Maybe
read
they
on and
didn't.
find out.
No, we don't find out about
Oh,
that.
Okay.
All right, so she's telling him, for once in your life, allow yourself to feel hunger and take what you need. Allow yourself to lean on another to accept solace and peace. She's saying all this while she's undoing his breeches. Morgan, my love, let it go. Heal yourself.
He's just staring at her like this whole time. He's like,
I think he's almost crying, actually. So act like you're in pain because you're dying because you're so swollen
okay,
down
hold
there.
on, like this.
But you're also sad because your friend's dead. And you're
Oh,
having to
if I
give
have
your
a boner or
girlfriend back.
something?
You are not acting like you're dead at all, dying.
Okay,
You're in agonizing pain.
hold on.
That is not how you would be looking. All right, I'm moving on. You're ridiculous.
I can't believe my recently dead best friend's girlfriend's sucking my fucking.
The fuck? She hasn't touched him yet while she's trying to tell him to heal. So
Okay.
you were in agonizing pain. You didn't
I
act
am
like
in
that. at all.
agonizing pain.
This is why nobody's called you for the movies.
I know, dude.
All right. Despite the mating urge still burning through his body, the tears felt soothing. So he's crying.
Oh.
Okay. Hurry, Femina. Gods, I'm on fire. I need you. Gods, how I need
Wait,
you.
a minute ago you said you didn't want to.
Well, now he's cried it out. Okay. Yes, my love, soon, very soon. A second later, and Rissa had the clothing pulled over her head, soft white breasts, and cold hardened.
We don't have time for this.
God damn it. Shut up. I know. I really know. Listen.
He's dying.
Listen, can I just say, when I read this, I thought if you were on death's fucking bed because I needed to F you, then I would, if I had a skirt, you just lift it, pull your shit to the side, hop on, baby. Or you just take the pants off if you have pants, and then you hop on.
Breaches.
Breeches. Take your breeches off.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, we don't have time for all this like descriptive shit, Morgan. You're getting ready to die of a bad case of blue balls, my guy.
Well, but her cold, hardened pink nipples filled his gaze.
Oh, they did, huh?
He reached out with his good hand,
Oh.
and he took a taut
He
little
reached
nipple.
out with his bad hand.
He reached out with his good hand and he took a taut little nipple between his thumb and forefinger. Why do you even need to rub on her nipples if all you need to do is mate?
I'm gonna die.
If you're already
Hold on. Don't start yet. I'm playing.
Okay.
Morgan, you playing, dude. You crazy.
Lean down, he commanded hoarsely. I want to taste you.
That was her talking to him.
She
right?
did as he asked, her own breath.
Wait,
as
hold on. He has to die, and he's sitting there doing oral now.
No, they're kissing.
Oh, I want to
no,
lick
no,
you.
the nipple.
Oh, the nipple.
Morgan's mouth open engulfed the delectable nipple, sucking hard and deep. A whimper of pleasure escaped Rissa. Ah, Morgan.
And then he died.
And then he said, your breeches. Take them off now.
And then now does it say it like that?
It does. Your breeches. Take them off now.
Oh shit, it does.
This is how this all. Dude, most of the time I'm not even reading
Wait, I
it
thought
the
you
way.
were dying. You're just sucking titties, bro.
I know. Why do you need to? I thought you were already engorged, about to explode. What if that's actually how they died? Like they exploded. Oh my God. All right, so he's telling her that his leg is still too weak for him to give her some good pumpins.
That's why she's on top, bro.
But he doesn't know about that apparently.
Okay.
Because
He's a cat person.
he said I can't mate with you.
He has to squat over her.
He said
And he
I
put it in,
can't.
and he goes.
He said, I can't climb to my knees, much less mount you. Oh my God, Rissa, I can't mate with you. She said, but you can, my lord. There are other ways. No.
Oh, we can't do that. It's against.
Then the games I taught you. Hold on. Yeah. The games I taught you when you were forbidden to me in your time of restriction aren't enough this night. I must mate with you, Rissa. I must place my shaft within your body and spill my seed. Anything less won't be enough to free me from this mating urge. I don't know what tricks they were taught. I really don't. I don't remember.
I thought they fucked.
I know, and I don't remember any
she was
talk
like-
about them playing around. So like, I don't know what he's talking about.
She was like, but we had sex. He's like, no,
I never put it
We-
in.
we need to put it in the.
The butt.
We have to have ass sex.
It was in the butt the first time. That's why she was like, "Oh,
That's not a
you
vagina.
pierced my maidenhood."
Yeah, that's why they're not
She
getting
didn't
pregnant
know.
on Acrobat.
Oh my God, it's not Agrabah, it's Agrica.
Agrica. That's why they're not getting pregnant in Agrica because they keep butt fucking.
All right, so listen, hush up.
Okay.
She slid the breeches from her body and came to lie naked beside him. Anyway, I guess she wasn't like on top of him earlier. Okay. But she said there's other ways. And she's like, no, I'm telling you, I know of other ways. And he's like, how do
They're
you know?
still arguing?
From Diona. Yeah, like, why are you even talking? He's dying. The Catman's way isn't the only manner of mating, you know, according to Diona. He's like, what do you mean? Well, better if I just show you, I think, my lord. And what would you have me do? Oh, nothing, but lie there as you are. I think I can do the rest. Morgan groaned, his hips arched reflexively, thrusting himself more fully into her hand. Her hand went to his shaft. Her fingers curled about it, clasping it tightly, savoring the thickness and hardness of him.
What you don't know about Bellatorians is they have sandpaper palms.
Oh no. Rissa, have a care. But she was already shifting into position above him, spreading her legs to straddle his thighs, then scooting up to encompass his hips. She reached between Morgan's slightly parted legs.
Wait, what is she doing? No, you can't. This isn't right.
What?
No, she can't do that.
Shut
You
up.
can't have sex that way.
Raked her nails gently over his hair-roughened sack in the base of his shaft, then grasped him tightly once more and began to stroke him. He blinked back the lust-red haze and stared up to her, transfixed. Her perfect body rose like some fragile blossom from the strong foundation of his own form, a wrath of slender shoulders, firm, full breasts, narrow waist, and gently flaring woman's hips.
And then he came.
Morgan glanced down his body to where his sex jutted just a hair's breadth from the dark, moist secrets of her woman's sheath.
Ooh, her woman's sheath. All right.
He thought he'd explode. Rissa, take me now. His good hand snaked down to what her widely parted thighs revealed. His questing fingers sought and found the hot, slick cleft, spread the delicate petals, and touched the soft nubbin of flesh. That was the seat of her pleasure. She moaned, flexing her hips to grant him fuller access. Gods. That's what Morgan said.
Good gods.
Giggity. All right. Please, Rissa, he begged. She took him then, guiding him to her sweet secret core. With a sharp jutting of her hips, she thrust him inside her. Morgan went rigid. His head snapped back, the cords of his thick neck taut and straining. His mouth opened in soundless agony, an agony that racked him from head to toe, slipping beneath his skin to ripple with bursts of white-hot fire over muscle and bone and sinew. His release, he couldn't contain it, couldn't hold it back for a moment later. Rissa, I can't forgive me. Take it, my love.
She says, you better not come in me.
She takes the full length of him, gazing down at him, and he's so sexy just laying there in his power. What power? He's laying there. He's dying.
Yeah, he's been a nerd this whole time.
An exultant sense of power filled Rissa. Take me. I give myself to you fully.
Yeah, fool.
I'm out. Fully.
Hey, it's 741.
Oh, joyously. The rhythm of her thrusting hips increased in power and speed. The tug of his big glands within her sheath excited her. She clenched about him. I feel like that's like
She
a
clenched
science
about
book.
him. Yeah, like a narrator.
In one sharp, tormentingly beautiful explosion, Morgan came, spewing his hot seed into her. He roared out his release, shuddering wildly beneath her.
Name. Morgan!
Noreen.
Noreen!
His sweat-slick body racked with that special ecstasy of fulfillment, calling her name over and over in wonderment and surrender. A surrender of heart as much as body. Oh! Oh, heart surrender.
Oh, is it over?
Somebody shoot the cannon of confetti. No, it's not. So now they have to take shelter in the cave, right? And she has to feed him a little while longer. He still needs to heal. They're waiting on Lasan to catch up. She walks downstream to where she'd seen the wild tubers because she's going to make some food, which we all know she sucks at.
Mm-hmm.
The tubers were just where she remembered. She knelt, unsheathed her dagger, and began gently to dig them out. As she did, the sound of crackling twigs underfoot caught her ear. Rissa whirled about. Towering over her were 5 men.
Oh, Bellatorians.
Oh, I thought it was like a gangbang. Bellatorian soldiers from their uniforms. 5 men with blasters leveled on her. They're just pointing their gun at her. Who are you, Femina? You don't have quite the look of the humanoid.
I'm Linda Tease. They call him Femina too?
She said, yeah. I escaped. I'm one of the women the Catman captured from the merchant's caravan. He's
They're
like,
like, what caravan?
he's like, I find it hard to believe a mere woman could outrun Catman. She was like, they were bringing me back to my father, and there's a ransom for my return, you know. I'm Rissa Linda Tease. And he's like, well, your looks fit the description, but we'll have to take you back in handcuffs to be sure. She goes semi-willingly. She doesn't want to leave, but she also doesn't want them to like find the cat people and stuff like that. Chapter 22. We're almost done. She's gone, my lord. The Bellatorians have taken her. Morgan glanced up. Lasan's words confirmed what he'd feared all along. At least she's alive then. At least she's not lying hurt or dying in a ravine or chewed to death by some animals. We found her water flask and blaster lying beside a stream, her dagger some distance away. There was no sign of struggle. It appeared your lady went willingly. Did she now? And there could be many reasons for that, couldn't there? Morgan said. Of course, my lord. She could have gone with them to protect you. Yes, she damn well could have. Oh. Drama.
Yeah.
Cut back to Rissa being taken back to Premasad's to meet her daddy after 10 years of not having seen or spoken to him. Okay?
10 years.
And she's only been gone from Bellatoria 6 weeks. And now she's completely on the cat people's side. So,
Well, yeah.
yeah. So she's really hesitant in going back. Her father asked her how she's doing. She's like, I'm fine.
You're going to be a granddad.
I'm going to be fine. And he's immediately, the next question he asks is if she knows where their lair is. She says no, she's been blindfolded. And he's like, good. I knew, that we hadn't exterminated them all. Even as carefully planned as the ambush was, we slaughtered quite a few, though. If the catmen are now forced to still breeding females, because she told him what was going on, why they were taken. They're on the verge of extinction, are they? And she was like, yes, they are, but, you know, you're an asshole. She said, why did Bellator order the massacre, father? It seems such a harsh punishment.
We got a phone call from this guy named Morgan, and
Oh
he
my
told us where everything
God.
was and had us eradicate everybody.
No.
Morgan's a punk ass dude.
No. I think they're both punk asses and they deserve each other, and that makes it beautiful and everybody's okay then.
2 punk asses
If you're on the,
together.
yeah, we're both punk asses, I think.
All right, go on.
We're brats. You're just as much a brat as I am.
Yeah, I'm a lush.
I think we have our levels that are equal, even though they're at different levels. All right, so she says she thinks that that's cruelty, and he's like, why do you care? You know, since when does a loyal Bellatorian question anything Bellator orders? Okay, politics. The cat people treated me and other women kindly. They're not savage animals like the tales make them out to be. He carries on, you know, because she said that they were captured for breeding, and he's like, did a cat man touch you? And she's like, yes. And he's like, are you pregnant? She's like, I had a contraceptive. He was like, at least your head was in the right place. She wanted to tell her, because he actually uses the word rape, like, you're not to tell anyone you were raped, because she said she had laid with a cat man. And he's like, don't you dare tell anybody. She wanted to tell her father that she hadn't been raped, but the calculating look on his face warned her that for now, at least, the attempt would be futile. Excuse me, this is the love of your life. You fucked him to save him from a brutal death, and you're not willing to tell your fucking dad, who you think you might not like anyway, who attacked those people and killed them all. You even wanted to mention his dead wife and child while you're about to fuck him, and you're not willing to tell your dad I wasn't raped. I think you're sketchy as fuck then. Like, straight up, that's nah. I would immediately be like, it was mutual. All right. So he gets her a new serving maid, right? And this chick's basically going to follow her around everywhere. Like,
Great.
she's kind of under watch. She's like saying to her dad, you know, I'd like to help you with the cat people now that you've granted them amnesty for my return. He goes, amnesty? How can you, of all people, expect me to honor that after what they did to you? And she's like, yeah, I do want that. I expect you to do that. He said, not in this case, and not with such ignorant and barbaric aliens. There will be no amnesty or mercy shown to these savages. You have my word on that. So he's still going through with it. So he lied. He's an asshole. She's like, at least let me talk to you a little bit more about it. He's like, nah, the cat man who forced himself on you did so to insult me, and I cannot and will not permit that cruelty to you, my innocent child, to go unpunished. But father, he didn't. Here's your new chambermaid, Geronda. Maybe it's Yoronda, but it's a J. I don't know. Okay. So she just keeps, thinking about Morgan, and then it cuts to Morgan at his house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've news, my lord, good or bad, depending on how you choose to view it. Indeed, Morgan forced down a surge of fear. Rissa, how is she? She looks well enough, though a bit thinner and paler. She has freedom to come and go in the palace and promenades as she wishes, but she's always followed. Brandar shoved his cup over. Silently, Morgan refilled it. I don't think her father trusts her. Did she seem happy? It's difficult to tell. In one sense, at least, I think yes. She's breeding, my lord. The bottom dropped out of Morgan's stomach. He controlled his sudden swell of joy with the greatest of efforts. How long? How far along is she? 2 months, I'd wager.
Pregnant?
Mm-hmm. Annie says that she has one of the loveliest breeding auras they've ever seen. So cat people can tell by looking at the pregnant woman if she's carrying a child because there's an aura, which I think out of the ignorance of cat people having invisibility, like that doesn't go together to me at all.
I forgot about that because I never used it.
I kind of like the idea of the aura because cats can kind of sense when people are in need of healing or their moods are low. So I think that one seems like a more sensible power for a cat to have. Invisibility was stupid. Maybe camouflage or something would have been better. I don't know. So he's asking Brandar, because I guess he's part of the council, if they're going to keep her away if she's pregnant. And they're like, no, if there's a child involved, they'll bring her back no matter what the council had decided about getting rid of her. So he's like, it's my right to go for her. I'm leaving. So he's going to go for her. I guess some months, have passed.
Yeah.
And her father, the commander guy, resumes his efforts to exterminate the cat people. And she turned out to be nothing more than a political pawn. Geronda, her serving maid, appeared on the lower balcony at the back of the palace. When she caught Rissa's eye, she waved, indicating she wished to speak to her. She doesn't like or trust this woman. She tells her that her father's looking for her, and she's like, yes, I must not keep him waiting. And the girl goes, indeed, you must not, Domina. Sucking butt. Something was wrong, and she knew it. She gets to see her dad, and he's like, when were you planning on telling me you were carrying the alien spawn? And she's like, oh, no, she was trying to hide it. He asks her how she feels about the shameful set of circumstances. And she said, the child, your grandchild, is as much mine as his, and I want it. He said, don't try to distract me with sweet words. I want no grandchild from a catman's seed. She said, the babe is mine. It goes where I go. Does it now? I suppose that would be true if you carried it to term, but there's no need to carry this babe. It is their daughter. There's still ample time to dispose of it. There's still ample time to hide the evidence of your pregnancy. Traylon, which is the soldier guy she's supposed to be married to, and everyone else need never know. It can be our little secret. I'll never end this pregnancy. The babe is mine. I love it. In your devious, dishonorable dealings with the cat people, you've managed to take my mate from me, but you will not take this child. I forbid it. You forbid it? You? Gods, you're just like your mother, an alley walker at heart. You haven't a shred of decency or breeding in you. And just like your mother, you spread your legs for the first piece of alien manhood you ever came across. She's like, what are you talking about my mom like that for? You know, because she goes,
She's going to be an alien too?
no, hold on. She never said anything at all about why you and her separated. Didn't she? Well, that's not surprising considering her shameful conduct. Do you wish to know who you've emulated all these cycles, whose steps you followed in whoring with that cat man? Yes, I wish to know once and for all what happened between you two. When you were 2 cycles old, I was posted to Arguilla, I don't know, as emissary to the High King. The Arguillian males are purported to be one of the most exotically handsome and seductively potent alien species in the Imperium, equal to the fabled attractiveness of your savage catman. And your mother, romantic, empty-headed female that she was, grew upset with the long hours I worked in the service of our king, grew so upset she eventually sought out an Agrulian to take as lover. She's like, I don't believe she would do that without a reason. He's like, what does it matter? She was unfaithful, and to add even further insult, the bitch got herself with the alien's child. I tried everything to make her dispose of it, threatening divorce, warning of the scandal, the shame it would heap on my name, on you, our daughter, but she stubbornly persisted in her determination to bear her lover's child. But there was never any child or brother or sister. What happened to it? Her father shrugged as if the action he'd shed the responsibility for what came next. I disposed of the boy child while your mother lay weak in childhood, then had her serving maid tell her he was stillborn. He smiled grimly. Geronda and I go back a long way. She's completely devoted to me. Why else would I have given her to you as your serving maid? You killed my brother? Your half-brother and no son of mine. Why so surprised, daughter? Did you think my hatred for the alien catman had no basis? I couldn't let that happen again. I couldn't let them steal my wife and my daughter. She stepped back from the table. No, I won't let you do it. So he's going to try to make her abort her baby.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you know, it's going to happen whether you like it or not. Chapter 23. Rissa leaned back in the bathing tub and savored the warm mineral bath. She refused a meal. Fearful it might contain some harmful drug or hypnotic. She wouldn't last long without food and drink for now, but it was the only defense she had. Geronda re-entered the bathing room. Come, my lady, let me wash your hair, then it'll be time to put you to bed. Strong fingers threaded through her hair, expertly massaging the shampoo into Rissa's scalp, then sliding down the lather the length of her tresses. From time to time, Geronda paused to rinse her hands before once more continuing with the shampoo. As the woman worked, a heavy drowsiness gradually encompassed Rissa. She relaxed beneath Geronda's ministrations. Yet even as she did, a tiny voice cried out a warning not to lower her guard against the treacherous maidservant. Rissa tried to fight past the encroaching lassitude, but failed. Something pulled at her, making her tired under the water. The maidservant pushed at the side of the tub to slather a thick lotion on her hands and arms, then moved back to Rissa. Come, Domina. Time to dry you and put you to bed. Tomorrow will come soon enough. Tomorrow, yes, tomorrow, everything will be better. Come to bed now. To bed with you. Even in her lethargic state, Rissa sensed something was wrong. Sleep now, Domina. Sleep the deep sleep, and when you wake, the evil spawn of your body will be gone like some nightmare you only imagine in your dreams. Geronda! She was drugged. The shampoo, it was the only explanation. Why else would she have been washing her hands and all that bullshit? Cloaked from view, her dad slips in through Morrigan slips in through the main gates and starts, jumping from rooftop to rooftop and crawling on little,
Spider-Man on it.
no, cats, and then,
Catman on it.
when they walk on the privacy fences and stuff,
Yeah.
that's how he looks. All right, he found her room before he turned down the last corridor. Meanwhile, keep in mind, her dad has come in the room and she's starting to kind of like druggingly, like disorientedly, like fight him off, like, no. But she can't hardly do much. With his heightened cat senses, he heard the sounds of battle behind the thick stone walls. His pace quickened. The door to her bedchamber was secured by 2 well-armed guards. The second guard, a big, brawny man, went down only after a vicious battle. His throat slit to preclude him from sounding for help. The portal slid soundlessly open. Morgan stepped in. With a savage snarl, Morgan flung himself across the room. Fodder Lindetes must have heard the sound, for he turned, gasped, and staggered backward. Morgan slammed into him, toppling them both on the floor. Geronda screamed. The sound moved Rissa to action. She must quiet the maid. She pulled her down onto the bed and threw the full weight of her body atop the woman, and she flung a pillow over her face and kept it there till she passed the fuck out.
Nice.
All right, Morgan, don't. I beg of you, don't kill my father. The cat lord loosened his grip about Fodder Lindetes' neck. You haven't won, Lindetes, and you won't. Even now, we draw others to our cause. The females we captured, your daughter, our children grow, our catwomen are fertile once more, and my seed thrives in Rissa. She's an alley walker just like her mother. You'll regret taking her to mate. See if you don't. On the contrary, what you've destroyed, she has salvaged. I've never been happier. You've failed, Lindetes, and you'll never destroy the cat people. Never! And then he knocks him the fuck out. I think they tie him up and then they leave.
No.
I missed you. I missed you so much. Did you know I was carrying our child? Yeah, I had somebody spying on you. Oh, that's so sweet, but don't do that anymore. I love you and I need you. Well, and he's like, will you go with me? And she's like, well, I certainly can't stay here. Bitch ass answer. Oh my God. Okay. He says, will you come back to the lair with me, Femina? Perhaps. If I do, will you at last be my most obedient slave? Swear to fulfill my every woman desire? He's like, in the bedroom. And she's like, no, all the time. Let's see. He's like, the rest of the time we must deal with it as the occasion arises. I'm no fool, though, to think I'll always get my way with you. And she's like, you learn slowly, but well, my lord, I'm content. He's like, as am I, sweet Femina. Come, Femina. You need better clothes for the journey ahead, and it's past time we headed home.
All right, it's over.
Epilogue.
Damn.
A bazillion years later. 5 years, 7 seasons, and 6 months. With a rush of fluid, the child slid from Rissa's body. Agna bent down between her legs, wiped the infant's nose and mouth clean, then cut the cord. It was a male, big, red-faced and strong. He inhaled a shuddering breath, then began to squall. He's precious, is he not, my lord? Rissa glanced up at Morgan. They hug and kiss the baby and cry a little bit, whatever. What shall we call this hungry little animal? Because the kid's like ferociously sucking on her teat. What do you think, sweet one? Rissa glanced down at her babe, a fierce mother's love welling in her. Carrick, my lord. I think we'll name him Carrick. Or Carrick. I don't know. K-A-R-I-C. Carrick. The end. All right, I'm done. So anyway, I totally forgot to mention it at the beginning. See, this is something I need to also like refresh myself and come back with. Like I need to make notes. I need to be like, make sure to remember to say where to look us up on the internet.
Say it now.
I am. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Bustles and Bangers. And you can find us if you're interested on www.bustlesandbangers.com. You can find us at Bustles and Bangers on Facebook, Instagram. And that's it. And then Instagram also has a little bit more of our private thing. You can check us out at Gypsy Danger 317.
Tiki Talk kicked us off.
Yeah, TikTok said, I'm a bad girl. I don't even know what I did. But anyway, so check us out. 5-star rate us. Don't give us anything less than that, or we'll find you.
We'll fucking find you.
Bye.
Bye.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.